Maryland Republicans are pushing back on the timing of Governor Moore's decision to implement a hiring freeze and voluntary buyout for state workers. They say the governor could have done it sooner. Fox 45's Jeff Abel is live and says a state senator wanted a hiring freeze months ago. Jeff.
You know, the state's fiscal condition did not come without warnings, and tonight many state leaders are saying the state could be in a far better position had the governor heeded those warnings months ago.
In Annapolis, the warning sign seemed hard to miss. From analysts inside the State House,
we are showing the state only having enough revenue to cover 84% of the expenses.
To analysts outside the State House.
The state should have prepared for that money to be cut off.
When former Governor Larry Hogan left office 3 years ago, he left the state with a $5 billion budget surplus and a lot of advice.
It would be a mistake for the legislature to use its newly expanded budgetary power to return to the old habits of raiding the rainy day fund or recklessly spending down the surplus.
But a year later, headlines began to surface, warning about a dismal 5-year budget forecast. Months later, Moody's warned state leaders that the financial outlook was so dismal, a downgrade of the state's bond rating was possible. And last November, state budget analysts warned that the budget gap had grown so enormous, immediate actions were critical.
And that is the largest gap that we have seen in the last 20 years. It is a more significant gap than we saw during the Great Recession.
But the state payroll showed no signs of slowing.
Maryland's government has nearly 10,000 vacancies. That means needs are not being met.
When the legislative session opened this year, there was another call for action.
You could kind of see the tea leaves that we were getting into some dire straits here where things are getting tough and we needed to make some serious adjustments.
At a state hearing 5 months ago, Senator J.B. Jennings recommended an immediate hiring freeze to the governor.
And my thought was, hey, why are we hiring to those positions? If we don't need those people right now, if the jobs are getting done, let's forego that. I think he had other ideas of how to balance the budget, and he didn't want to go that way.
The senator suspects the state could have been in a far better position had leaders heeded the warnings months ago.
I think reality's setting in about how dire it's getting.
Well, the senator says the state must now reevaluate its education funding formula, or Maryland could be facing another massive deficit again next year. We're live tonight. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.